So hello students, this is your chapter number 1, computer languages. As I have already explained you about this chapter, but now in this video I will tell you that how you have to prepare and make and draw all the diagrams available in this chapter, means chapter number 1, that is computer languages. I will show you that how you can draw your diagrams in your computer notebook. So I hope that you must have prepared your computer notebook in which there will be a one side blank and one side lining. So let's see what kind of notebook you have to prepare if you have not prepared so far. So as you know, you have to prepare this kind of notebook in which there is one side blank and one side lining. So as you can see in the diagram, you have to write your question answers on the right side where it is written as question answers, and in the left side you have to draw diagrams. This is your blank page and you have to draw all the diagrams. So there are different kinds of diagrams in your notebook in this chapter in your computer book. So you have to draw tree diagrams, you have to draw tip charts, you have to draw misconceptions and bubble charts, etc. So on the left side you have to draw first, means any diagrams that I will tell you will be drawn on the left side here on the blank page, any kind of diagram in the computer, and on the right side you have to write the question answers, whether these are very short questions or short questions or long questions. So now you can understand how to draw the diagrams. So we discuss about some of the diagrams in this chapter. As I explained you, I told you about these diagrams, but now once again I have repeated you that what are the diagrams that you have to draw in this chapter. So this is your chapter number 1. So let's see. So first kind of diagram you have to draw on the left side of your notebook page, on the blank page, that this is tip chart. So first, what is tip chart? You might be aware about tip chart. In the tip chart there will be a term and meaning of the term, and then there will be the picture. So with the help of picture you have to understand the meaning of the term, specific term. So let's talk about the tip chart, which is in chapter number 1. So first tip chart is, you can see in the picture, what is this picture showing you? What can you understand by this picture? So there is an alien here, and what is he doing? He is just eating pizza. So means what we can say, what should be the word, particular word regarding this process. What is he doing? He is eating. So you can after some time you can see the specific word when I will show you the complete tip chart. Now you guess. Now this is the second picture. What does this picture show? This is the process, about the process, means we are doing something, we are setting something in our mobile phone, in our computers. Generally this diagram shows the settings. So I have here written a specific word that will demonstrate this picture. So you have to guess. You have to guess 2 words related to these 2 pictures. Can you imagine what are these words? If you cannot, then I show you that what are these words. So first word is consume. Consume means, so what is he doing? Consuming. Consume means to use, to utilize, or to eat. Okay. Next, second word is execution. Execution, so as I told you earlier, this is process, to process the program. So now you have to draw, this is the complete tip chart. You have to write only two meanings. You have to write and draw like this. Draw this table, first column term, second meaning, third picture. After that, first word, meaning, picture. You have to draw execution, to process the program, and then picture. So this is your tip chart. Now we discuss about second diagram. The second diagram in this chapter is tree diagram. You know what kind of tree looks like? So now I tell you about this tree diagram. The first tree diagram is, now you can see on your screen, this is computer languages. When I explained this chapter, I told you earlier about computer languages. Then this is tree diagram. So computer languages are categorized according to machine language, assembly language, high level language, and fourth generation language. So you have to draw this tree diagram as I explained you while I explained you the chapter. So you have to draw this diagram also on the blank page, white blank page on your notebook on the left side. Next, there is another tree diagram also in this chapter. You have to draw in your notebook. So this is the second tree diagram, that is language translators. So what are language translators? I explained you earlier. Now you can see the language translators are of three types. Language translator are three types. First, compiler, second, interpreter, and third one is assembler. You can remember when I told you in the explanation. So compiler converts program in one go, interpreter converts line by line, and assembler converts assembly language into machine code or machine language. This converts high level language, interpreter converts also high level languages. But can you find out the differences between interpreter and compiler? Because both converts high level programs into machine language. So what can be the difference? Can you understand the difference? Can you differentiate between compiler and interpreter completely? Do you know? So if you don't know, then I will tell you in this diagram. In the next diagram, this is your Venn diagram or misconception. So I think if you don't know what is the difference between compiler and interpreter, so you can look into this picture or in this diagram. This is your Venn diagram. So first we talk about compiler, second interpreter. So compiler, what does compiler do? Converts the program in one go. Okay. And what does interpreter do? Interpreter also converts the program, but the difference is here you have to just focus that it converts line by line. And now compiler works faster because it converts in one go. Therefore its working will be fast. Conversion will be fast because it is being done in only one time. But in interpreter, program execution is slower. Why is it slower? Because it needs many conversions. First it shows the errors, then the user of the programmer corrects these errors, and then next time he again converts the program. So it takes a lot of time for completing the whole program. While in compiler, no second compilation is needed. Why? Because it converts the whole program in one go, in a single time. So now you can understand the difference between compiler and interpreter. But here it is blue box. What does this blue box shows? This blue box shows you the similarities between compiler and interpreter. What are the similarities between compiler and interpreter? So both are translators. So now you can well understand the difference between interpreter and compiler. Now you have to draw this diagram also in your notebook on the left side white blank page. Okay. So these are your diagrams. Now in the next video we will discuss about the diagrams of the chapter number 2.